So you have Tyler Brockman, right, which is a deputy. He's not even a sheriff. He's just a deputy of the sheriff's department. You got county police, you got sheriff's department, you got Kentucky State Police, and he's just a deputy of the sheriff's department, right? But they do have substantial power. The Boone County Sheriff's Department actually is like the staple for all of Kentucky because they're sleek, they're down, they got it all, pretty much on lockdown. So you have Tyler Brockman, who was going out to a party, was checking, saw a bunch of underage kids who were drinking. That's illegal. So he's a law enforcer. He's going to change the world. He's detail oriented, goal oriented, and he's very ambitious. And so he went ahead and become Rambo on rabies. And when Samantha Ramsey wouldn't stop her car when he had ordered her to do so, we don't even know if she had heard his orders. She took off, and then he runs over there and jumps up on the car, shoots her in the chest, shoots her 4 times, and there's 6 bullet holes. Okay, so this is Tyler Brockman, right? So I just did a Google search on him. Here's the dash cam. Here's him, looking like fucking typical, basically just smug face, no emotion whatsoever, and I don't know, Hitler would like him, right? Blue-eyed. And this is interesting. So, an execution. 19-year-old Samantha Ramsey shot 4 times. Officer puts himself in danger and then uses it to rationalize killing. Right, he actually runs over to her car and says that she tried to run over to him, but they said it also looked like he jumped on the car. Either or. Either A, he jumped up on the car and just shot her, right out, so he's a fucking monster, or he jumped in front of the car and was like, oh, how dare you run into me after you jumped in front of the car? Are you stupid? Like, seriously, that's like, are you dumb? And either way, right, he's not preventing or helping anybody. He killed a daughter of Kentucky. He killed, a daughter of Kentucky, and fuck him. That's such fucking bullshit. So that's who he is. That's what he looks like. That's what she looks like. I also did a Google search for Samantha Ramsey. Here's her. She was a preschool teacher. She was she just graduated. I think like she was 19 years old, so she just graduated. She was working on being a preschool teacher. This is her in her graduation. So I mean, she was real young. It's tragic. I mean, what the fuck? Like, you can kind of see actually the aftermath when the one of the passengers was like putting their head in their hands, was kind of like, what the hell just happened? We're out here, we're a field party, a farm party. You're not bothering anybody. They said there was even a fight, right? There was a big, massive fight that had happened at the field party. You got all these underage kids who are drinking, plus there's like marijuana. So you have, all these bad elements that could present something bad happening. But even with a big, massive fist fight and all the drugs and narcotics and alcohol that was on the scene, they still didn't murder anybody. They still didn't kill anybody, right? So Tyler Brockman is way more uncivilized than any of those folks that were having the field party. And it's a fucking field party. You're not bothering anybody out there. And the fact that he wants to go all fucking Rambo on, a bunch of youngsters who wants to just gather together and have a good time. There's no place to do it. Now you can't even go out in the woods. You can't even go out in the woods and have a good time. Like, shit, what the fuck? What do you want young people to do? So institute some different type of programs, because just going around killing people, that's not helping anybody. So he's the savage. He's the one they'll try to say, they try to do, I'm not sure if they did a toxicology report or not. The coroner was holding information back. I'm not sure if he actually, we know how many times she was shot, so somebody's report was released, but he was holding some information back, so it's kind of like, shit, you don't even know, who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth, where the transparency is, and there hasn't been any good transparency with any of the public officials. The Kentucky State Police immediately just shuts it down and was like, no, we're not going to, it's been 5 days, it's too long, so we don't want to, go through all that. So, this entire Camtasia broadcast is just about my Wikipedia page, and I'm just going to read it real boringly. I'm just going to go down and read everything that I wrote. I've been working on this for several hours. What fucking sucks is you could kind of see, actually, right there at the top, it says that the article is being considered for deletion in accordance to Wikipedia's deletion policy. They go to the talk, and there's this fucking asshole. Man, people are dicks anyway, so immediately as soon as I write, like, the title of the article, people are shitting on it immediately. It's like, wait till I'm finished writing it, then say that it needs to be deleted. The person that deleted it to begin with, he had said that they wanted it to be deleted because that she wasn't notorious enough. She wasn't anybody to write an article about. And that's bullshit. There's, I got like a million articles that have said that this incident is significant. There's a lot of public interest into it. So, it just sucks. Immediately, they just come at me, right? So then you got this C. Fred guy. This C. Fred guy kept putting the deletion process on it. I read actually somewhere you just take it off because you have to protest. You have to say that you don't want it on your article. You have to, say, no, I don't want it to be deleted, and that's all it takes for it not to be deleted. So I feel like if I keep it on there, he had threatened to stop me from editing my own page. So I don't know if C. Fred could fucking stop me from editing my own page or not, but that's what he threatened if I kept on deleting the articles for deletion. So that means for the next 7 days, there's going to be a discussion. The way I understand, there's going to be a discussion whether or not we should keep or throw this article out. But I remember with Ronnie Lee Smith, they fucking deleted that shit real fucking quick, and then it was gone, and I just went ahead and threw it up on a blog, but it just sucks because the Wikipedia page has much more exposure, and then it seemed like these assholes didn't give a fuck about truth or justice or what's going on. They just wanted to win an argument, right? They said Ronnie is nobody, he's nobody, prove that he is somebody. And then I was like, what am I supposed to fucking just spend all years, days and shit just to prove that he was somebody? I mean, I don't know what would eventually prove it to others, like what argument would actually prove to somebody that somebody was worth talking about or worth living or worth having, an encyclopedia page. So I'm just going to read this just to make sure if they do fucking delete it that I have, I'll still throw it up on a blog, but also have, me speaking and having an audio version of what it is that I had typed here. This is so fucking controversial, right? They didn't want anybody to fucking know about it. Ronnie Lee Smith is so controversial, even fucking Wikipedia, which is, you would say is probably more progressive than anything because they are going for the truth, right? They just want the truth. Anybody can come in, type in whatever, but you got to have evidence. Well, just because you have media reports, is that the only evidence you have? What if the media fucking misses a shit? Can you use, first-person evidence, like video of somebody, saying something, like an oral history? Of course you can, but these motherfuckers don't know how to do this type of shit. So, judgmental, bully, fucking dickheads. Anyways, alright, so here goes. The shooting of Samantha Ramsey. So it's only about 5 or 6 pages, and here we go. Okay, so the shooting of Samantha Ramsey occurred on April 26, 2014 at 2:13 a.m. on a Saturday morning at a farm party on the 6600 block on River Road, Kentucky 8, which is near Tanner Road in Hebron, Kentucky and Boone County, Kentucky, when Tyler Brockman, the deputy sheriff of Boone County, shot 4 bullets with his Glock 22, hitting Samantha Ramsey in 6 spots. 2 shots go completely through her in her left arm and in the right wrist. 2 shots hit her right chest, and 2 shots hit her left chest. And one of those bullets that hit her left chest would also hit her liver, spleen, and her heart's left ventricle. So it shattered and split into different, went into different directions. As Samantha Ramsey was pulling out of a driveway in her 4-door 2001 Subaru away from the farm party after she failed to obey Tyler Brockman's commands to stop. Samantha Ramsey died shortly after at St. Elizabeth Hospital in Florence, Kentucky. There was actually 3 other passengers in the car. I'm going to have to actually clean this first paragraph up a little bit, but that's okay. There are 2 other passengers in the car who witnessed the shooting. A dash camera on Tyler Brockman's car shows just up to the point of the shooting and some of the aftermath, but it doesn't actually show the murder itself, okay? So prior to the shooting, this is what Tyler Brockman was up to. He had arrested 2 men from the farm party. So he was actually in the area, and he is part of the K9 unit And so he came across two men, which he put in handcuffs and was holding until other police officers got to the scene, because some reason he's not allowed to put any people that he arrests into his car since he's a canine man. I guess only the dog can sit in his car. I guess dog's too vicious. It would just attack any person. I don't understand it. But so just a short distance up the road before the shooting of Samantha Ramsey occurred, according to a 3-page statement Tyler Brockman released shortly after the shooting. But Brockman had to call other officers to transport him to the jail since his canine dog was traveling in his vehicle with him. Tyler Brockman was patrolling the rural area because somebody had reported a possible wreck on River Road with a man who was flagging down motorists trying to get help. As Tyler Brockman turned his cruiser around and headed west on River Road, another vehicle came speeding toward him in the eastbound lane, according to the statement. Brockman stopped the car and soon recognized the driver. Brockman, who once was a substitute teacher at Randall K. Cooper High School in Union, had taught the man. The people in the car told Brockman that they just left the field party in the 6600 block of River Road next to Tanner Lane because there was a giant fight and most everyone there had been drinking and smoking marijuana. Tyler Brockman determined that the driver, who is now a student at Thomas More College in Crescent View Hills, wasn't driving drunk and let the carload of people leave. Continuing in the direction of the party, Tyler Brockman, right, so he lets one person leave, right? His buddy. Was his buddy fucking drunk? I bet he was. He's with a carload of people. They go to a field party and then they're pretending, oh yeah, hey buddy, what's going on? Oh yeah, they was wild and crazy. We're just trying to get out of that wild and crazy spot. So continuing in the direction of the party, Tyler Brockman passes several more sober people walking in the wrong lane of travel, according to the statement. Due to the amount of traffic of River Road, Tyler Brockman's backup Keepert agreed to drive the people to their cars. Tyler Brockman turned his blue and red flashing lights as he got close to the gravel driveway leading to the field party. According to his statement, were using the lights on their mobile phones to navigate back up from the shore of the Ohio River where two bonfires raged. Tyler Brockman stopped his cruiser in the westbound lane just short of the gravel driveway, got out with his flashlight and walked to a car ready to pull out of the driveway, according to the statement. Illuminated by the cruiser's own headlights, Tyler Brockman talked to the driver. After determining he was safe to drive, Tyler Brockman instructed the man to move on. A man then stumbled towards a car parked next to Tyler Brockman's cruiser. After the man admitted to being only 20 but drunk, Tyler Brockman ordered him to stay put and not go anywhere, according to Tyler Brockman's written testament or statement. Tyler Brockman then turned his attention to the next car coming up the gravel driveway. And this was Samantha Ramsey's 2001 white Subaru. Okay, so he's all over the place, right? He's having to do this. He's arresting this person. He's fucking Billy Badass, fucking Rambo and Ramby, having rabies, fucking just a rabid fucking a Rambo wannabe, right? He ain't fucking saving nobody. And he's going around there just fucking, arresting this person, arresting that person. Comes up like fucking, gangbusters. The farm party, it happened the night before, so it's a Friday night. What, big fucking shock. You got young people who want to get together and have a good time with each other on a fucking Friday night. So, it starts at Friday night and then it's Saturday morning at 2:13 a.m., which we know that is precise time because of the dash cam. So the actual shooting, I've already explained in the very top of it, so actually I'm not going to repeat it, but it's, 4 shots, 6 different holes. And it's because he says to stop, she takes off, and then he runs over there. We're not for sure if he actually jumps up on the car or if he actually runs into the car and then lets himself get hit, which makes no fucking sense, right? Rambo ain't gonna let himself get hit. Rambo's jumping on top of the car, right? So, but since I don't have 100% verification on it, I didn't, actually get that printed. And I do point out that there is 2 competing narratives, so I do offer, the police perspective. So the says his dash cam only captures up to the point of shooting in the aftermath, but not the actual shooting itself. I think there's enough evidence with the information up to the shooting and the aftermath of the shooting to determine what had happened. But it's not 100% certain, right? Only video of showing him jumping on the hood and shooting or getting hit would be the only way to ever fucking solve this, right? So that's the 2 competing narratives. Boone County Sheriff Office, they said that Tyler Brockman was out of his cruiser. He ordered Samantha Ramsey the driver of a car that was leaving the party and just started out on River Road to stop. Instead, Samantha Ramsey accelerated, hitting Tyler Brockman, causing him to land on the hood of the car, right? He's all sprawled out on the hood. Poor guy just got, she tried to kill him. Poor guy. Tyler Brockman fired 4 rounds through the windshield. The driver stopped and backed up a short distance, coming to rest in a ditch on the side of the road. So that actually explains how the car ended up the way that the car did, right? So we see, him kind of chasing the car out of the scene. But we don't actually see like the shooting and how the car sort of, he says that it accelerated, it didn't accelerate, and then now it backs all the way up. So how the fuck, if his life and shit was so in danger, why did it back up? But these witnesses, there's a lot of witnesses. I don't know which one exactly. There's 2 of them, Chelsea Pendleton and another guy, which was in the back seat, Bobby Turner. And then also this other guy too with a weird ass name. So I've heard there's 3 passengers in the fucking car. So there's 3 witnesses to the shooting, to him jumping up on the thing, because that's what Chelsea Pendleton, 20 years old, who's in the back seat of Samantha Ramsey's 2001 white Subaru 4-door sedan. So she and Bobby Turner, she can be seen visibly upset immediately after the slaying on the dash cam. Chelsea Pendleton told the Cincinnati Enquirer that Samantha Ramsey didn't run into Tyler Brockman. Instead, Tyler Brockman chased Samantha Ramsey down, leapt onto the hood of her car, and then opened fire through the windshield of Ramsey's Subaru. Chelsea Pendleton also said Tyler Brockman shot first, striking Samantha Ramsey, which caused her to speed up. That was dead body weight on the gas pedal after she was shot. So he jumps on the hood, shoots her, she's dead, and just puts her, foot on the gas pedal, and then that's when he gets his injury. That's when he hurts his leg, right? And so, but 4 shots, he already got his 4 shots off, so he got hit afterwards. And that's why he had to, get his shit checked out. So it wasn't before, it was after. So Chelsea Pendleton suggested that Ramsey's dead weight caused the car to accelerate after the shooting, not before. She stopped for a second, and then she kept on moving. That's when the cop jumped on the car and opened fire, said witness Ibrahim Komati. So Ibrahim Komati, he says that she stopped for a second, which we see on the dash cam. Then she keeps on moving, and then that's when the cop runs over there and jumps on it. So there's 2 of them. Both of them are saying he fucking runs over to her and jumps on the damn car. It all just happened so fast. Now her life has gone over nothing, basically. She wasn't even going fast. She was just easing along, like Isaiah Edwards told News 5. He jumped on top of the car and started shooting at her. So there's another one that says that, he jumped on the car. We saw 3 cars, so we thought we could pass, said Bobby Turner, who was in the back seat behind Ramsey when she was shot. So he's in the back seat. Chelsea Pendleton's in the back seat. And then there was a black dude, right? I guess he was in the passenger, the passenger side, the front passenger side, right? And that might be Ibrahim Komati, but I'm not for sure. I'm not 100% on that. So we didn't know the police was talking to us. I just saw him jump on the hood and started shooting. Bobby Turner said the incident happened so fast, he didn't even see Tyler Brockman withdraw his gun. We were leaving the party, and the cop approached right here as he approached the girl who was trying to leave the party. And she was trying to make a turn and leave the party, and he jumped on the car, then pulled his gun out, shot 4 times through the window, and hit the girl, said Josh Pitts, who witnessed the shooting. So he wasn't in the car, but he saw what went down. So Josh Pitts is, so there's several witnesses that's saying a different story is going on with the shooting of Samantha Ramsey than with, what the cops' version of the tale is. So Tyler Brockman's dash camera. This is where we can actually see mostly what's going on. It's just a kind of a small description, a little bit. Just go see the dash camera. You don't have to actually read the thing. And make up your own mind, but by your own, Who are you going to believe? Me or your lying eyes? The response of Kentucky's public officials, Boone County Sheriff Michael A. Helmig ordered a full investigation into the shooting and placed Tyler Brockman on administrative leave as policy dictates. So he gets a paid vacation, right? Kill 19-year-old girl, get a paid vacation. Neither one of them were available for comment on Saturday, so they didn't want to talk to the media. Sheriff Michael Helmig ordered a full investigation into the incident and placed Tyler Brockman on administrative leave. We already said this, so it's kind of being redundant, but, you know, that's how you learn information, right? So no one was available from the sheriff's office Sunday night, April 27th, to respond to the claims made at the memorial. So this is actually a different sort of report. So 2 days in a row, they don't say nothing. There's a visitation for Samantha Ramsey. It was held on Friday from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. at First Baptist Church, Ludlow, Kentucky, May 2nd, 2014. So this is several days after, right? So April 26th. Was there 30 days? So it's either the day after or the day before. So about 5 days later is when finally Boone County Sheriff Michael Helmig requests to the Kentucky State Police to investigate it. So he waited 5 days and then he asked him to come investigate it. In part, they rejected it because they cited policy and current protocol. So in May, 5 days after the shooting of Samantha Ramsey, Boone County Sheriff Michael Helmig asked Kentucky State Police Rodney Brewster, who's the commissioner, that's who's going to represent Kentucky State Police. We're also going to have a speaker on Thursday to investigate the shooting to avoid any cloud of wrongdoing, but Kentucky State Police turned the request down within a few hours. Within a few hours, just, no, we're not investigating. You waited 5 fucking days? No, we're not going to do any 5-day-old homicides. That's not how we run. Which doesn't make any sense. If there's a dead body that they pulled up in the fucking river and it was killed, a year ago, you're saying Kentucky State Police are going to be like, he was killed a year ago. No, we're not going to worry about that shit. That's bullshit. It just sounds like one big massive cover-up from the top to the bottom, right? So, the Kentucky State Police, who's like one of the most corrupt fucking state police places, like billions and millions is fucking lost on their bullshit. Rodney Brewster, I don't even know what a commissioner is or what he does, if he's a magistrate or what's going on, but the commissioner, Rodney Brewster, he's the one that rejects him. He says no to Michael Helmig, and that's who represents, I guess, the Kentucky State Police. They turned the request down in a few hours, saying the scene and the evidence had been compromised, which actually there is some, logic to that. It's been 5 days, and you just now called it in. You want us to investigate it. 5 days, we don't know what the fuck is real, what isn't real, right? But I still think they should have gone in there and done their best, right? Done their damnedest to get whatever little evidence they could get. At least ask some damn questions. Kentucky State Police said the current policy and protocol prevented them from running the investigation because too much time, 125 hours, had passed since the fatal shooting. And I've never heard of that policy. It's not KRS. I think they just kind of made that shit up. State troopers will, however, offer technical and investigative assistance. So they're not going to lead the fucking investigation or take any heat for it, but they will help the other police officers cover up their crimes, right, with more resources from the state. Boone County Sheriff Michael Helmig said the Commissioner Rodney Brewster offered to provide any support for the investigation, including but not limited to the use of our Leica forensic scanner, expediting lab requests and other technical or investigative assistance you need. Sheriff Helmig said his office respects the Commissioner's position and looks forward to any assistance Kentucky State Police can provide. If we are asked from the very beginning to assist or even be the lead agency in the investigation, we will usually do that, no problem. Kentucky State Police spokesman Sergeant Mike Webb. So there's the other guy. So there's 2 names on this, okay? You got Rodney Brewster. They're both representing KSP. And then you got Sergeant Mike Webb. He told the Inquirer on Friday, when there's a few days of times that has elapsed when the scene has been cleaned up, it's been compromised, and witnesses aren't around, it would basically make it impossible for us to investigate thoroughly and effectively. So either A, they're doing a good thing, they're saying they're fucking corrupt and they already fucked it all up, or they're covering their ass up, right? So either they're really good or they're really bad. That's neutral, right? You're neutral? What do you mean? How can you be neutral? You can't be neutral on a moving train. You can't be neutral. If you're neutral in situations of injustice, you've chosen the side of the oppressor. Desmond Tutu. Not Paulo Freire, it's Desmond Tutu. So then there's a few days of time that has elapsed, right? Let's see, we're keeping our options open. This is what they're still talking. Tom Sheben, the Boone County Sheriff spokesman, he says that the options are open. We're going to continue to do our own investigation, which is wonderful, right? When they investigate themselves. That would be great if, a police officer comes to ask me questions like, no, hold on, officer, I'm just going to investigate myself, and I'm going to get back to you and let you know what I come up with. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, sure, no problem. Tom Schleben didn't say what those options could be. A spokesman for the Kentucky Attorney General, Jack Conway, said that office would consider reviewing the request to conduct an independent probe. Spokesman Daniel Kemp said he didn't know if the Attorney General's office had authority to take over an investigation that Boone County hadn't yet asked. We obviously don't get these all the time. They would take a look and see what we could do. I don't want to speculate, Kemp said. Boone County investigators were taking the KSP up on the providing forensic equipment. Tom Schleben Helmig said he initially felt his department was capable of conducting an impartial investigation into the shooting by Deputy Tyler Brockman. That's still the case, Tom Schleben said, of a review by the Commonwealth's attorney, Linda Tally Smith, and ultimately a grand jury will assure that. He said the investigation, when completed, will be turned over to Linda Tally Smith. Schleben said he expects Linda Tally Smith to recuse herself and bring in an outside Commonwealth's attorney to review the case and present it to a grand jury. Linda Tally Smith could not be reached on Friday. They are going to recognize a shoddy investigation, Schleben said of the grand jury. On May 3rd, 2014, a funeral service for Samantha was held at 10 a.m. Saturday at First Baptist Church in Ludlow, Kentucky. In June, the Boone County coroner refused to release information on the autopsy and toxicology results of Samantha Ramsey, citing it would be harmful to the investigation. The coroner's office has not yet released any information. The coroner is refusing to release information on the autopsy and toxicology results of a teenager who was shot and killed by a Boone County deputy in April. The coroner said the release of the autopsy and toxicology records would be harmful to the investigation into Samantha Ramsey's death. It makes no fucking sense. Fuck you. Release this shit. What? Who gives a shit? Now you're just leaving it to the imagination. So, wow, she must have the worst shit in her system because clearly it's going to ruin her thing. Bullshit. Just what the fuck did she have? A special prosecutor appointed. Just be transparent, you know. That's everybody's being so secretive. It gives you the heebie-jeebies. How the fuck can you trust anybody that's so damn secretive? They're playing their cards too tight. Tight enough to where it seems like if you were wanting to cover somebody's murder up, this would be the way that you do it. Okay, just put a fucking jury trial on them. Throw it, you know, have a jury trial. What the fuck? You know, I've had fucking prosecutors wanting to put a jury trial on me for dumb shit. For dumb shit. This is a real thing. So why don't we put a jury trial on something that's fucking real? You know, murder. All right, so what they eventually figure out, right? So they're all kind of compromised and shit, but eventually they do figure out a special prosecutor, and they issue a joint statement. The sheriff and the Commonwealth's attorney, Linda Tally Smith, and Mike Helmig, the sheriff. And the sheriff, right, he controls the fucking county. That's his county. So May 28, 2014, reporter Hamrick, who was hammering, his reports are really good, WLWT. He asked Michael Helmig, how long do you think the investigation, this independent investigation, will take? Mike Helmig, the Boone County Sheriff, said, well, I wish I could give you a timeline. We just don't have a timeline yet. Hamrick says, so it's going to be a while yet. And then Mike Helmig said, yeah, it's going to be a while. The case will most likely be presented to a grand jury for yet another level of review. None of Boone County's judges have issued a warrant for his arrest, Tyler Brockman, nor has the grand jury, which meets the 1st and 3rd of every month. They have not decided to indict Tyler Brockman in order to stand trial. So that's 2 times every month the grand jury's failed to do what the fuck has been right. The prosecutor does the prosecutor have to pitch it to the grand jury? Can't the grand jury just sort of indict shit on their own? Boone County Commonwealth's attorney Linda Tally Smith made an official request not to review the case because of a conflict of interest, said Daniel Kemp, spokesman for Kentucky Attorney General Jack Conway. Okay, so this is all under Jack Conway. This is all under his, you know, the Attorney General. He's the main fucking lawyer. Who breaks the law, who doesn't break the law, it falls on Jack Conway's head. Okay, and so he, they said she recused herself, and then Jack Conway went ahead and picked Jim Crawford. So Commonwealth's attorney Jim Crawford, just like the other guy said, they was going to get some other Commonwealth attorney. And they did. Jim Crawford will review the case and determine whether Deputy Tyler Brockman should face charges or whether to let a grand jury decide. Linda Talley Smith made an official request not to review the case. She claims there's a conflict of interest made it necessary for her to recuse herself. On Sunday, Smith and Boone County Sheriff's Office issued a joint statement to further address the issue. Boone County Sheriff Michael Helmig and I have agreed from the inception of this matter that it would be in the best interest of all persons involved as well as the community at large that a special prosecutor handle the final review of this case and presentation of evidence to the Boone County grand jury if necessary, wrote Linda Talley Smith. The release outlined the process by which the decision was made. July 14, 2014, the Office of Boone County Commonwealth's Attorney sent a formal written request to the Kentucky Attorney General for an appointment of a special prosecutor in the investigation of the Boone County deputy involved shooting that took place on April 26, 2014 on River Road in Hebron, Kentucky. July 18, 2014, they received a letter from the Executive Director of the Office of Special Prosecutions appointing James M. Crawford, right? Jim Crawford, James M. for the man, James the Man Crawford, the Commonwealth's Attorney for the 15th Judicial Circuit. So they're just bringing a Commonwealth's Attorney for a different circuit. They actually have, I don't know, I think there's like 20 or so Commonwealth's Attorneys, and then there's like, I don't want to just make up numbers, but that's pretty much what I'm doing. There's a whole bunch of fucking lawyers, and they're all over the place, right? They're fucking like cockroaches. So they're good. They need to fucking you have all these damn prosecutors, and you can't find a prosecutor. Okay, so they found one. Let's see if he actually gets the prosecution. Let's see if he's successful. So James M. Crawford, he's the fucking man. It's all gonna fall on him, and see if he brings the charges up on Tyler Brockman. He should bring it up on himself. You don't need to get the indictment. The indictment is would be easy to get, okay? It would be way fucking easy to get. In fact, go for the indictment, and if you don't get the indictment, still bring charges up anyways. He could do that if he wanted to. You don't need an indictment of the grand jury to bring, less than felony charges against people. So, Jim Crawford, he's the Commonwealth's Attorney for Carroll, Grant, and Owen County since 1989. He will determine whether Brockman should face charges or if a grand jury will make that decision. So this fucker Crawford is actually, in Carroll, Grant, and Owen, right? So he's right there close to northern Kentucky. That's not that fucking far away. But I guess maybe it's a close drive. They didn't want him to drive too far. Special prosecution requests are common in Kentucky. 651 requests made by county and Commonwealth's attorney from July 1st to July 30, 2013, according to information gathered by the Associated Press. So that's, they're getting Jim M. Crawford in to prosecute Tyler Brockman. WLWT filed a complaint with the Kentucky Attorney General's office after open records requests for the information were ignored by multiple offices, including the Commonwealth Attorney and the Boone County Sheriff's Department. This is Linda Talley Smith and Mike Helmig. The panel is made up of officers from police departments in Florence, Fort Thomas, and Campbell County. Obviously, you can't operate in a community that doesn't trust the public department, so public trust is high on the list of things you need to accomplish. And then these investigations, for Rara said, the Boone County Sheriff's Department is investigating to see if their own deputy Tyler Brockman was justified when he shot and killed Samantha Ramsey, 19, as she was leaving a field party in April. Prosecutors said those on the independent panel volunteered to assist, which is fascinating. So everybody that's made up, all these police departments in Florence, Fort Thomas, and Campbell County, right, they all volunteered. They all wanted to say, yes, I would love to fucking join in this, this veteran police officer task force. And if these cops, who've been in veterans for a long ass time actually give a shit about, their job and whether or not police have a fucking use in society, they should go with truth and justice. If they just try to cover their asses up, which it all sounds like that's all they're fucking doing. They're covering Tyler Brockman's ass up. If you're a cop, you're allowed to murder people for dumb fucking shit. That's basically what Boone County is trying to tell everybody. So hopefully the independent panel, which is being run by the special prosecutor Jim Crawford, and police officers in Florence, Fort Thomas, and Campbell County, and I think they've been meeting for a while too, from what I've heard, is to investigate Tyler Brockman was justified when he shot and killed Samantha Ramsey, 19, as she was leaving a field party in April. Prosecutors said those on the independent panel volunteered to assist. They also said the panel is reviewing all the evidence and investigative reports and are being used in an advisory capacity. The panel is made up of veteran officers. So far, none of them have been named, and there's no information about how many from each department are on the panel. More information could come as the investigation winds down. In addition to the special prosecutor, Boone County Sheriff's Office has turned to veteran law enforcement officers from 3 local departments: the Florence Police Department, the Fort Thomas Police Department, and Campbell County Police Department, right? So again, Florence, Fort Thomas, Campbell County. Their veteran law enforcers from those fucking departments are going to be in this independent panel, and will we get the truth? We'll find out, but almost guarantee these assholes are going to be corrupt and they're going to fuck over everybody. We'll find out, right? So it might be just a reflection of my character. But the police, are the police fucking good or not? We'll find out. You have all these veteran police officers. If they come back and they don't indict and they don't fucking put any charges down, fuck these assholes. They're all fucking corrupt from the top to the bottom. They're all fucking dirty. You got to check it. You know, Fort Thomas, fucking Florence, and Campbell County. How fucking dirty are they? Not just in those spots, but I mean, they're probably way bigger. It's probably statewide. So if they don't come down with an indictment, you know they're fucking dirty. You know they are. If they come down with something, you know, if they say, yes, we're going to go ahead and put him through a jury trial, then you know that they're not fucking corrupt as fuck. So that's pretty much the only way they can fucking save their ass is a jury trial. So if they don't fucking... A jury trial doesn't guarantee a conviction. A jury trial just says get 12 fucking people from the community to decide on the damn case. So clearly just by waiting this fucking long, you know, either they're gathering as much evidence as they can to fucking blast Samantha Ramsey as much as they can blast her, right? And that way they can get away with this shit, or just postponing it so they don't have to put any charges. Everybody forgets about it and nobody does anything about it. I don't know what good reason. Why would you wait so fucking long? Everybody has a right to a quick and speedy trial. This has not been quick. This has not been speedy. They've been fucking they're running all over the place. They're running everywhere. Except for just a jury trial, you know? It's a fucking fair proceeding. If you believe in the criminal justice system, why the fuck not put them through it? You're telling me that everybody else goes through your old goddamn criminal justice system, but when one of your own is being fucked over, that he doesn't go through the criminal justice system? If it's fucking fair and if it's, you know, doing what it's supposed to be doing, put him through the damn system. And if you know that the system is corrupt, then we need to fix the whole damn system anyways, which we fucking know. We already know the system's broken. Alright, so let's finish this off. So in addition to the special prosecutor, the Boone County Sheriff's Office has turned to federal law. I already covered that, but Florence, Fort Thomas, and Campbell County, the Boone County Sheriff's Department has received assistance of a number of law enforcement agencies since the investigation began. So they're already actually been helping covering their fucking asses up, right? So everybody's fucking joining in, trying to cover their ass up. Oh shit, what's going on? The officers who've not been named have served an independent panel to review this investigation since early May 2014. So they've actually had this independent investigative fucking panel going for the last 3 or 4 months, right? So 3 or 4 months of investigation. When are they going to fucking bring down some charges or indictment? When are they going to fucking say anything about anything? Are they even saying anything about anything? Who's paying attention to these assholes? Anybody? Just us? Citizens and the fucking journalists? Is that it? They're just, what? 5 people? 5 people are paying attention? That sucks for Samantha Ramsey's legacy, and for everybody in Boone County. I mean, you got the cops that are killing fucking 19-year-olds for dumb shit. That could be any one of you all. And if you allow this motherfucker to get away with it, it will be more of you all. And when they start killing more, that'll be basically, it'd be told you so. But who the fuck wants to see people die? You know, that's just don't have fucking corrupt, trigger-happy fucking cops going around shooting your daughters. Don't hire those people. And when you see them murder one of your daughters, you tell, you know, first you take the gun away, right? You tell them that they did bad, right? Let's go back to fucking basics, right? You say, no, that's bad, right? Smack their hand, get their attention, make them sit down in the chair, take their gun, take their badge. They can't be a cop anymore, but... You know, we still care about them and we want them to get better, but we need to, you know, they need to understand that their actions have consequences and they need to be held accountable for what they've done. So what is the proper punishment for somebody that has taken another person's life? That's something for the jury to decide also. Yeah, they're the judge. The jury recommends the sentence and the judge is the one that hands the sentence down. So the Boone County Sheriff's Department has received the assistance of a number of law enforcement agencies, right? They're already getting everybody to help cover this shit up. Smith said, Linda Talley Smith said the members of the panel have been meeting on their own and reviewing all the evidence and investigative reports and have served in an advisory capacity to ensure that all possible questions of the special prosecutor of the Boone County Grand Jury can be fully answered through the investigation. So I guess they're saying when they get the Brockman up on the stand and they get the witnesses up on the stand, they want to see what they're allowed to ask and what they're not allowed to ask. So what the fuck? You want to know the truth and you want to get all the evidence as possible. So everybody just question everybody aggressively and as aggressive as you can. Ramsey's family has retained Gary Franke, an attorney who argues federal civil cases in both Ohio and Kentucky, as its legal counsel. Franke did not return a call for comment Monday, but said recently that the family is declining to comment until the investigation is complete. Tyler Brockman has hired attorney Jeff Mando to represent him in any civil suit the family might file. Mando confirmed, so he already got lawyered up, right? So Jim Crawford, the Commonwealth's attorney for Carroll, Grant, and Owen County since 1989, will determine whether Deputy Tyler Brockman should face charges or if a grand jury will decide the evidence. For his part, Crawford has argued some high-profile cases, including the 2010 Watton murder case and the death of the Pendleton Commonwealth's attorney Doug Wright. A jury sent Keith Gabbard to prison for 20 years, colliding with Wright's car in 2009, killing him while driving a bobtail semi-truck while drunk. So, wow, 20 fucking years he got for an accidental death, but driving and drunk, you're fucking dangerous, right? The car is a 2,000-pound bullet. It was Crawford, too, who argued for the prosecution of Russell Bramlage in 2008, charged with murdering his father and mother, Terry and Linda Bramlage of Williamstown. Russell Bramlage was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. Crawford did not immediately return a request for comment. It's unclear whether he's already reviewing the case. July 22nd, 2014, Linda Talley Smith, Commonwealth attorney, refused to answer questions, turned down an open records request to name all who has been on the list for the special prosecutor investigative panel. Jim Crawford did not answer WLWT's 5 phone calls either. Boone County's grand jury met up on August the 5th, 2014 and failed to indict anybody for the shooting of Samantha Ramsey. So that's what they're all doing, a big fucking song and dance. Look at this, look at that, look over here. We're doing this thing, we're doing that thing. We're not doing shit. Fuck all y'all. That's what they're doing. So this is, hopefully this thing stays up. I do need to, edit it a little bit just for ease of reading, to make it a little bit better readability. But I think it's written fairly decently, reads pretty well, and hopefully as more information comes in, and hopefully we can have a better ending. But the ending so far is the people of Boone County put their heads in the sand and nobody gave a shit about Samantha Ramsey. They watched one of their daughters get fucking shot up and none of them gave a shit. Nobody stood up. Nobody said, hey, that person is a criminal and we need to either A, do something about it or file charges. And if we don't do A or B, then, we're a bunch of cowards and we should be ashamed of ourselves and we should just go back to, go back to your mother's house and do as she tells you. Just continue to be suckled by her. Don't try to put the umbilical cord, try to reattach it, right? So, you don't want to fly out of the nest. You have very tender wings. You don't want to be independent and do your own thing. So, that's a bunch of fucking Uncle Tom motherfuckers, right? A bunch of fascist fucking Nazi kiss-ass pieces of shit. It doesn't matter. They can't see a fucking Nazi. If you put a badge, if you put a police uniform on a Nazi, Boone County will fucking love you. They cannot tell the difference between a fucking Nazi and a police officer, perhaps because they're the same fucking thing in Boone County. So, yeah, there's my Wikipedia page. Hopefully, it'll still be here. See, I'll show you a little bit. So anybody could just go into the Wikipedia page, click edit, and then you could just start typing. I have an account, and it says here, I guess I'm getting a warning about something, which I will actually check. But I'm going to just copy and paste all this. And actually, since I've made it, I can just delete it all, and they might actually delete my page. But anybody could just get on there and actually delete the whole thing, but they save all the changes. So if you try to change something, then they would say, wait, hold on, why are you changing this? And then it would still be there for everybody. So hopefully, you hope that they are doing, the things that they're supposed to be doing the right way. So NW Law mentioned me in a talk page in the deletion shooting of Samantha Ramsey's. All right, so they're going to try to delete me, right? So here's the articles for deletion, the shooting of Samantha Ramsey. Here's Null Lin Wiki, this fucking asshole. He votes delete. You know, I don't give a fuck if it's about Samantha Ramsey. You just don't cuss at people. That's just mean. You're just being mean. Bitch, you're the one that fucking is telling me that I need to delete my fucking article. Fuck you. I'm pissed off about that. Why the fuck? You don't even know me. I didn't even finish my fucking article, and automatically you're telling me that it's not good enough. How the fuck can you tell somebody that their article is not good enough? As soon as I, put it up, as soon as I type in the shooting of Samantha Ramsey, wait a second. What is this about? Who is Samantha Ramsey? What about the shooting? Can I type the rest of the fucking sentence? And it's like, damn. And then it says no particular notability, right? So appears to fail. So this is GS Palmer. Who's this asshole? They're saying WPN/CA. So these are like, code words. This is all internal speak. I have to go see what NCA is, and then I gotta find some other fucking codes to say, no, you're doing this shit to me, and you're doing that to me. And I wrote some general questions. Hey, why don't you just help me out, And they was like, we're not gonna fucking help you out. We're here to fuck you over, right? And then it's like, how dare you? You shouldn't curse at people because that's the way it should be. So it says here, let's see, this in law 63, to Freedom School, you sound like someone with a passionate personal interest in the subject, which is fine, but you have to realize that other editors are not out to get you, and they aren't completely illogical or uncaring. For an encyclopedia, one-time criminal events have a high bar for inclusion. Horrible as that crime might be, they need to prove that they have lasting notability beyond a news cycle or two to be considered notable. I would read the following notability events. I don't say this to be insulting or even say that this heinous crime isn't notable. I haven't studied the sources enough to see if they establish lasting notability, but you will be more successful in your goals if you state your case with respect to other editors and inside of the above policy. Yeah, maybe, but y'all fucking delete my shit before, and since we are arguing, and this is how it started up, I'm basically saying you're a bunch of fucking cunts. Fuck all you fucking bitch-ass fucking cunts, okay? And so once I've said that they're nothing, right? I mean, not nothing. Cunts can be real strong, right? But they're probably men, and so I just attack their manhood, right? They're not even men. I just cut off their fucking dick and balls, right? I said they have a vagina, so they're not even men. I just stole their fucking manhood away from them, and so without any manhood, let's carry on with our fucking conversation. Now that you have no manhood, all right, fine. What do you want to debate about? I still think you're a fucking asshole for fucking, go ahead. I don't mind talking about the whole thing, but I just don't know the process, and so my ignorance is being combined with, there's like 3-4 people. I mean, Lin Wiki, and then GS Palmer, and then this guy comes in. I think there was some other ones, which I've fucking got rid of them somehow. So, there's some other fucking gnats, some other flies that I was able to swat away. And then Lin Wiki, I mean, they have all these like characters and shit. This user's from Nolan, so I guess New Orleans. It's a native speaker of English. It's administrator, so whoa, big administrator. Lin Wiki, right? Lin, you're a fucking, you're a fucking administrator. Which what does that mean? You can just fucking delete somebody because you don't like them, and that sucks. But if there's an actual discussion, an actual debate, and I don't mind fucking joining in that debate. That's fine. So, partially my ignorance or whatever to the thing, but also the fact that they've done this shit to me before, and they basically just felt like motherfuckers I got gamed rape, It was like, hey, I think Ronnie Lee Smith is important. No, he's not. No, fuck you, son of a bitch. How dare you suggest that? So, were this men to act in a foolish, trollish, ridiculous ways after being slapped at the large trout? I don't know what that means. GS Palmer. He's patrolling new pages, working on other things too. Basically, he's a little bitch-ass dickhole, right? Patrolling other pages. All he does is just looks at pages. Look at all the pages he's created. What the fuck? So he's like all these pterodactyls and all these fucking weird-ass plant and shit. Of course, nobody's going to fucking check this shit out, right? Who the fuck is going to check to see if the Centonumes, Arachilical, and Moxiocephalus is all... So plant and fish species... So he's got, basically he's got this on lockdown, right? He's got this fucking corner of the world. He's explaining these fish bones the way he wants to explain it. So if there's any bias when it comes to how they, talk about fish bones or the genus, species, or the naming of fish, this motherfucker's got to drop on everybody else in the business. Right. So, yeah, that's who I'm talking to. I probably should respond to him because, I'm not mad at him, but I do think it's fucking bullshit that they do that type of shit. It's like, fuck, let me finish my... And then they've got on I've just been deleting whatever they fucking typed on here. I let him stay because But I mean, some people get on your own page. They'll get on your page and then say, you'll be blocked from editing. Oh, that's great. So anybody that comes visit me, they'll be like, well, let's see what he's been doing. Well, let's see. He's been blocked from editing, you know. That's like somebody like on YouTube. Instead of commenting on your video, they'll write on your page, you know. Instead of like somebody just telling you in your inbox, hey, you know, could you do it this way? They'll write on your fucking page. It's like, they don't want to just tell you. They want everybody to know that you're telling them, right? So they want the public attention that you're disrespecting or being shitty to other people. So that's what this asshole is. C. Fred, fucking C. Fred. See, it's like, you acknowledge this, this, and this. And I don't know what type of language and shit they're using. So, you know, that's, like I said, my ignorance is fucking kind of scaring me. But I used this same language and put it on his page. So I changed it a little bit. But he's like, you've acknowledged by removing the message. I was like, well, you've acknowledged by posting it multiple times that you've been altering my damn page. Quit altering my page. You're altering my page. You're telling me I'm altering your page? No, you're the one altering mine, motherfucker. So that's fucking C. Fred. He's a native speaker of English, and you know, it's weird. People get all these fucking personalities, and C. Fred might be his name, but like Lawlin, Nolin, all that other shit. These people are creating entire fucking fictional versions of themselves, an anonymous fictional fucking version of themselves, which they will take, you know, to hell, right? They will defend their fucking reputation. I am C. Fred. Don't you dare insult C. Fred. C. Fred knows, you know. Let's see, article ideas. I don't even know what he's fucking, has he done anything? Anti-vandal and kindness, special barnster. Well, I don't even know what he does. Has he even come up with any fucking articles? Just article ideas, 15 minutes of fame. So this is something he's done. He was mentioned by username in All Things Considered, and by a host in an interview with Jimmy Wales. It's the audio version of the story, around 40-minute mark. This is on my user page. Oh, God. Okay, so this guy has no life. This is what he gets off to. So he will spend all his time just shitting on my stuff. So, I don't know, in a way it forces me to know my shit. But that means I have to fucking be an expert at Wikipedia just to get, you know, the most basic, something that I know 100% to be, the shooting of Samantha Ramsey is relevant, you know. Everybody's covered it. USA Today, Courier Journal, the most fucking basic of fucking news outfits have covered this shit. So to sit there and tell me that it's not fucking, you know, relevant, I don't know. If you have a fucking 100 fucking pages, is that enough? Is that enough evidence for you motherfuckers? So right before I go, I'm going to actually just do shooting. It's all capital too. Shooting of Samantha Ramsey. And hopefully it actually goes straight to it, or it'll pop up and I can select it. And I did, you know, I had fun. And I did enjoy practicing. I got another fucking, so yeah, I go straight to this page. When I was actually researching it, it actually came back here. And then it says, somebody here just said that he undid some of my fucking, undid my recent contributions because it did not appear constructive. If you'd like to experiment, please use the sandbox. If you think I made a mistake or if you have questions, you can leave a message on my talk page. See, like already, look, this motherfucker is deleting shit. Like, if you think I made a mistake, let's see, one or more of your recent contributions. So, Clark, CJ12, I just fucking, you know, upgraded this shit, and he just now fucking changed shit. So, what did he just now change? Something about 2 a.m., right? Let's see. I guess it's one of these here. Yeah, I don't know what they completed and what they didn't complete. So they took out entire fucking paragraphs? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, see? And then they do this shit, and what the fuck? I gotta sit there. What did you delete and what didn't you delete? Is this random shit? Is this just some fucking editor? CJ Clark 12? Really? So then just, hey, come under my talk page, and well, I'll go ahead and I'll tell you everything's all real good. Government of Louisville. Yeah, so I go to your talk page and post where, you fucking prick. So, why, how the fuck can I not be pissed off this guy? I went ahead and deleted some of the shit that you just fucking put up because, I thought it wasn't very good. Previous edit, next edit, so revision. So they, yeah, I'm gonna undo. Wait, stop. Says ref and ref. Oh, okay, so they kept it. That's okay. That's okay. We will keep that revision. No, I don't know what else is being changed. So, fine. Good for you. You changed something. I don't know what the fuck you changed. I'm not going to fucking research it. So, hopefully, whatever change you made was good. Right, I know. I wanted you to know I did one of your recent contributions. It did not appear constructive. You can leave me a message at my talk page. No, I'm not going to do that. I do want to look at it again because I'm proud of it. Alright, so let's actually just Google it. Google.com. And actually, I wouldn't mind it, getting other people in on this conversation and talking about it. Yeah, let's find the truth. Let's find the evidence. There is two narratives here, but there's a lot of, there's a lot of evidence. So put your evidence, put my evidence, and then, we'll see. So, shooting of Samantha Ramsey. And if I'm awesome, then it would be at one of the top things. But I'm not awesome yet. But we shall see. Okay, hopefully it sticks around. They say I got 7 days. So, alright, yep, that's my Wikipedia page. Hopefully it sticks around. If not, it'll be on the blog. Freedom School blog. Wikipedia fucks Samantha Ramsey's over because they're fucking dicks too. Fucking fascist fucking dickholes who don't care about the truth and don't give a fuck about justice.